of debates as to which type of company can handle which type of mode. But you see, the governance is actually what triggers the behavior of many for-profit large companies. Because if you had a CEO coming in and saying, now we're not going to be so focused on profits anymore, well, we are, but just have a little patience, 5 years or so into the future. At the same time, we know that the average tenure for a CEO in large enterprises is 5 years. So that means the time that it will take for you to truly implement something very transformational and see the result of what you're doing. Maybe you're not sitting on your chair anymore.
Yeah.
That's how it looks like today. So the entire governance system and the cycle of CEOs, that just makes it so darn difficult to focus on strategic innovation. This is my point of view, because then we can learn lean startup and all the other methodologies, but there's some structural things that we have to talk about.
Yeah, that after I thought about it. Then I heard an interview with someone. He talked about Blockbuster. Everybody's giving this example, Blockbuster, Netflix, and he gave the details, exactly what happened from 2002 to 2010 when they closed. And he asked people before, what do you think they should do? And everybody said they should compete with the cloud. They could take all the content and they put it in the cloud. They could be more flexible with the way they handle it. And like, they had great ideas. And then he showed them that they've done everything. And what happened, that the stock price went down, and then somebody purchased lots of stocks, and he was the main shareholder. And after a few years, he got upset and he came to the manager, to the CEO, and he told him, for so long we don't see profit as I want it to be, so you're not getting your bonus. And then he left. And then another CEO came, and in 3 years they closed. So he just took all the efforts for doing innovation, doing things differently, and he just put them aside, the new CEO, and then they lost the competition with Netflix, actually. So it's exactly what you're saying. And, it's example that everybody's giving. And for me, it was so surprising to hear, because everybody's saying, they did not innovate. They didn't do it well. That's why Netflix won. But actually, no, they did everything that everybody suggested. But it took time and lots of money. I think they made about $400 million in putting into this change, and it took time. Mm-hmm. So that's the real story, which is exactly what you're saying. Do you know this story?
I don't know this particular background story. I've always known the Blockbuster as a disruptive case. These are some very interesting details to me about the ownership and what actually happened on the stock market with Blockbuster. No, I wasn't aware. But it's intriguing that you're mentioning it now and that it mimics, because it shows that previously you have some companies who've tried. Then you can say if the stock tanks, then that's a hostile takeover. It was an internal one, but still, then if you have a majority vote, then you can actually turn the tide of what's going on in the company if you're not satisfied with the direction. Yeah.
Another thing that everybody wants to be so smart and say, I didn't think about it. The management was not good enough. The CEO was not good enough, but actually he was very successful CEO before he was in Blockbuster, even afterwards. So it's not that he didn't do what needs to be done, but it was not. He was not maybe too successful with the shareholders and stakeholders in that case, but not more than that. So it's really interesting to think about it.